It is an ongoing eyesore, and now the burning frustration is starting to boil over. A late-night fire on the corner of M Street and 12th Avenue Southwest burned an abandoned, flooded-out home to the ground.
People who live nearby were surprised at the height of the flames, but not necessarily at which house was on fire. CBS 2 News reporter Kevin Barry is live there now after speaking with those people earlier today. Kevin.
Matt and Sadie, neighbors tell us that the home that sat where this pile of rubble sits right now had caught on fire once before, about 2 years ago, and the home was also abandoned. And they say since that time 2 years ago, it just sat there until last night. The smell of burned wood reaches your nose all the way up the block, well before you see the crispy pile of rubble. William Fuchs saw the flames first and called the fire department.
If I'd have been 10 minutes later, that tree was already in flames and our tree would have caught on fire.
The whole sky almost looked like it was snowing little red embers.
Even across the street from the fire, the heat was so intense it caused the siding on this home to buckle, and ash and embers that landed all the way down the block means all these homes were also at risk.
Yeah, very scary. I mean, you got a dozen houses just within eyesight of this one house.
Besides it being an eyesore, it is worrisome.
Trish flagged down a fire truck to put out small flames that started on her neighbor's home, more than 2 blocks away. Witnesses say they found out later that the abandoned home still had a gas line hooked up to it.
The firefighters were fighting this fire that eventually could have been a very explosive accident.
Brandon says while many other homes nearby have been renovated, this property never got any attention from the people who could make a difference.
Everybody around here is trying to rebuild this community since the floods happened, and it doesn't seem like the city or the state is doing anything about it.
The neighbors nearby here who were watching that fire last night say they heard 2 distinct explosions while the fire burned. They don't know what they were. The fire department says the cause is still under investigation. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry, CBS 2 News, 10 at 10.